Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Metamystic Tarot. My name is Saint I, and I am the Metamystic. Let's see what's going on for you for this coming week, Capricorn. In the overall energy for Capricorn, we have the Empress. Powerful energy to start off with. All right, let's get some cards on this. Wow, the Empress right off the bat. What are you up to, Capricorn? Getting in touch with your divine feminine energy. Let's get some cards on this. Let's dive right in. First card out is the Strength card. Very interesting. Taurus also had that on the extended as their first card. All right. Star at the bottom of the deck. You have the Eight of Swords. So, the Eight of Swords talks about self-imposed restriction, meaning I don't want to say it's not real, but it's in your own mind. Because if you look at this card, this person can get away. There's nobody holding this person captive but their own selves. And so let's see why this Eight of Swords is here. Because, you're starting off with this Empress energy, and then we have the Eight of Swords. So that's curious. Four of Swords. Okay. The Four of Swords talks about needing to rest and recover, Capricorn. We also have the Strength card, which talks about, strength, needing to be strong. So there's a possibility that you've gone through something and you're needing to kind of take a step back and rest and recover here, Capricorn. Let's look further into this. Now we have the Four of Pentacles, which is a very stationary energy. You could maybe feel a little bit stagnant right now. We have the Four of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. So we have two fours. This is not always a bad thing. Sometimes we need to kind of just stay in the position we're in so that we can heal from some sort of situation. But let's look further into this. You have the Justice card here. So the balancing of the scales of something going on in your life right now. It could be that you're having to go through this sort of Four of Swords, Four of Pentacles, kind of more quiet, more stagnant energy to bring a sense of equilibrium and balance in your current position here. So let's look further. We have the Tower. So something happened. Needless to say, something happened. Let's look further. Six of Wands. Six of Wands. So right after the Tower, we have victory. So whatever happened, it looks like it was in your best interest that it happened. Because we have the Six of Wands literally right after this Tower. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords speaks about, yes, lying, deception, all this. But we're going to see why that is there. Because we also have the Eight of Swords, which talks about self-imposed restriction. So this could be some sort of self-sabotage. Let's look one card further. And the Nine of Swords. So yeah, the Nine of Swords to me is one of the harder cards of the deck. This card talks about, being, as the card shows, being up in the middle of the night and thinking, being in fear. The Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords, at least we're seeing progress here. We go from the 8 to the 9. I would have liked to see the Ten of Swords here because that shows that there's the end of this sort of, mental, I was going to say mental trap, because in my head right now I'm seeing one of those bear traps. There's something here that has caused you to feel this way. So we're going to look deeper into this, Capricorn, because you came out of the gate with the Empress and the Star at the bottom of the deck. The Star is about inspiration, renewed hope, healing. The Empress is about being in our divine feminine energy And all of us have feminine and masculine within us. So whether you're a masculine or a feminine, or you identify as neither and you identify as non-binary, it still remains. The Empress is an energy of a receiving. It's more about receiving. So there could be maybe, and just maybe, we're going to get more cards, but there could be maybe a sense of you not wanting to receive what the universe is trying to give you here with this Justice card right in the center of your read. Maybe there needs to be a balance here because we have the Seven of Swords. You know, there could be a feeling going on of like, I don't know how to balance myself. And so let's look further. For Capricorn. Because we start at the Strength card and we end at the Nine of Swords here. We have the Tower. We have the Four of Swords needing to rest. We have the Eight of Swords being caught in our head. We have the Four of Pentacles feeling stuck. But we have the Six of Wands, which is victory. All these people are around this guy cheering him on. But then we end with the Nine of Swords, which is feeling kind of caught in our fears. Caught in a cycle of fears. So this could be all mental, Capricorn. Let's look into it. With the Strength card, we have the Magician. Powerful combination. The Magician is a manifester, a master manifester. So in this area of strength, I like to see the Magician because that means that we're manifesting from this healthy space. If we try to manifest from, say, the Seven of Swords, that's going to manifest more Seven of Swords energy. Or if we're trying to manifest from this Nine of Swords, it's just going to bring more fear into our lives. But if we see the Magician with the Strength card, now that's good energy. That's what we're talking about here. That's the sort of thing that's going to get you out of this Eight of Swords, sort of self-imposed restriction kind of energy here. Eight of Swords, Seven of Wands. So I'm just gonna say it. The Seven of Wands with the Eight of Swords is the way I'm seeing this card here. It's like being stubborn to stay stuck. Because the Seven of Wands talks about defending our position, and the Eight of Swords talks about self-imposed restriction. So if we're defending our right to stay stuck, you know, that's kind of like working against our own selves here. And that's why we have the Four of Swords. There's a need to kind of go within, reassess, think through some things, you know, figure out. And we have the World at the bottom of the deck here. So this, whatever's going on here, Capricorn, you have the chance to end this sort of cycle of feeling like you're stuck in a self-imposed restriction that truthfully you can burst right out of that with this Magician Strength card energy. You can literally go through this entire process with these two cards alone. All these other cards are almost unnecessary in a sense. When we have the Strength card and the Magician, you can manifest anything out of this position of strength. You can manifest whatever your heart desires from that space of authority and self-management. Four of Swords with the High Priestess. Yeah. When you go into this Four of Swords kind of like rest and recovery mode, your intuition is going to be activated with the High Priestess. You're going to start seeing things clearer when you come into this rest and recovery mode. You might be like running on empty right now. And that could be part of the problem here, is that you're kind of feeling stuck because you don't know how to get unstuck. Well, the High Priestess is here to help you get unstuck, but you can't access your intuition unless you come into this space of the Four of Swords. So that's the advice from the tarot on that, Capricorn. Let's look at this Four of Pentacles. Six of Cups. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles with the Six of Cups could be feeling stuck and stationary because you're thinking back on certain things. The Six of Cups is a card of nostalgia. The Six of Cups is a beautiful card, but when it's paired with the Four of Pentacles, it makes me think maybe you're stuck on the past. Maybe you're stuck on thinking about the past. So let's go further with this Justice card here, because whatever is happening, you have Justice right at the center of your read. This is the main energy. This is the main card here, along with the Empress. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So let's get a card on Justice. Things are being balanced. That's what Justice is all about. That's why they're holding the scales. And we have the Chariot with Justice. Another powerful combination, just like the Magician and the Strength card. To have Justice and the Chariot, that's some powerful forward motion. This guy with the Chariot, nothing is going to stop this guy. He will, no matter what comes his way, be able to push through the obstacles. That's just who the Chariot is. So this Justice is your forward motion, is you stepping out of this restrictive mindset. That's what the Justice card is here to help you with, moving forward in a victorious direction in your life. Now let's look at this Tower. What is this Tower for Capricorn here? What is this Tower? We have the World card. Yep, the World wanted to come out. I had a feeling it was going to come out, and here she is. So we have the Tower with the World. So what is this Tower? What is this seemingly catastrophic event that's happened? Well, the end of a cycle that's kept you stuck. That's why I actually love the Tower card. A lot of readers look at the Tower card as like some sort of bad omen. No. Things need to change when we feel stuck. If we feel stuck, there's a reason. The Tower is actually a blessing. When the Tower falls and when the World comes in, the World is the end of a spiritual cycle. This is not just the end of like a job, or it can be. But this is deeper than that. This is the end of some sort of it seems as I'm looking at your cards, the end of feeling stuck is how I'm seeing this, Capricorn. I mean, that's awesome. That's not something to be afraid of. That's something to embrace. Embrace the Tower, embrace the World, embrace the Chariot, embrace the Magician, and continue to manifest this forward motion in your life. And also being this Empress energy and this High Priestess Four of Swords energy, which is kind of letting yourself settle back to receive and heal, and then move forward in this bold, kind of more divine masculine sort of energy with the Chariot. It's a balance of the two energies. That's why we have the Justice card here. It's possible that this whole reading is talking about balancing the feminine and masculine energies within yourself. It's a, big possibility here, Capricorn. Now let's look at the Six of Wands. I'm curious about this because Six of Wands, I mean, there's nothing bad about the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is like one of the best cards in the deck, in my opinion. So let's take a look at the Six of Wands here for Capricorn. Six of Wands, Ten of Swords. Beautiful. I was hoping I was going to see the Ten of Swords because we had the Nine of Swords at the end of the reading. Now we have the Ten of Swords, which means the end, which is just another reiteration of the World card. It's basically saying spiritually you're getting unstuck, as well as in your mind, because swords are about your mind. And so you're coming out of this Eight of Swords self-imposed restriction. That's what this victory is all about. The end of feeling stuck. So let's look at the Seven of Swords. What is this guy doing here? Five of Pentacles. Yeah, It's like I said, it's self-sabotage. Five of Pentacles is my card of a poverty mindset where, it's I don't want to say it's self-imposed, but I also want to say it's self-imposed because Seven of Swords, yes, it could be somebody coming to attack you or deceive you or lie to you or what have you, but in this context of all the other cards here with the Five of Pentacles, it shows me that even after you complete this mental cycle of feeling stuck, this is kind of your warning from the cards. It's saying, don't be tempted to go back around the mountain again of negative self-talk and feeling like you can't get out of the cold because you already have. By this point, it would be deceiving your own self with the Seven of Swords to think that you're not able to escape this. You already have by this point, Capricorn. And that's what the cards are trying to show you ahead of time so that you don't fall into the trap of having to repeat these cycles again. Let the Tower speak. Let the Tower be the transformational element here with the Chariot pushing you forward into a victorious new life with the Justice card. That is the Justice. You moving out of this stuck energy and into a more prosperous situation for yourself, whatever that may be for you, Capricorn. So let's look at this Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords with the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles talks about learning. So it could be here that when you're feeling afraid, the best thing you can do when you feel afraid is to gain knowledge. Knowledge is power. So when we feel afraid, the best thing to do is to learn. To grow, to change. You're not bound to this Nine of Swords, Capricorn. The way out is in. That's what my tarot teacher Morgane from the Existential Shift always talks about. The only way out is in. And that's what I'm seeing with this card, with the Page of Pentacles. I mean, look at this guy. He's so excited about life. He has yellow all around him, which indicates the solar plexus, which is a place of power. You start off the reading with all this yellow. The Empress, yellow. Strength card, yellow. Magician, yellow. That's a place of strength, power, authority, and happiness, joy, stability. You're going to get out of this, Capricorn. How? Knowledge is power. By continuing to expand yourself in every way you possibly can, that's what's going to bring the balance in your life that you've been looking for with the Justice card, with those scales. So beautiful reading, Capricorn. It's not negative. It's just a matter of seeing things in a new perspective. I'm surprised we didn't get the Hanged Man here. But what I'm seeing is the World, the Ten of Swords, which is the end of the struggle. It's the end of the struggle. And how much of a better read can you have than that? Continue to manifest from a place of strength, and that's what's going to get you out of this self-imposed restriction with the Eight of Swords and this self-sabotage with the Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. Clear as day, Capricorn. You have the way out. And the way out is in with the Four of Swords and the High Priestess. Go within and find some rest and take some time to really think about what you want in this life. And then start studying that with the Page of Pentacles. Knowledge is power. Much love, Capricorn. If you want to continue on with your extended, we're going to head on over to Patreon right now. You can click the link in the top of the description if you want to join us over there. It's $11 a month. Would love to have you. Much love, Capricorn, and I'll see you next time. Take care.